Let's trek on. Nah, please don't tell me I'm fighting. Oh, it's because of that. It's because I got stabbed, yo. Sharp pain pierces your head, and the light dims in your eyes. You smell smoke and burning. You feel a wave of nausea. Your legs buckle, and your knees hit the metal floor. In that same moment, the manufacturing surrounding you disappears in a whirl of mist, ash, and grey shadows. Okay. Struggling against the elements, you can barely raise your head to look. Your eyes sting and burn, but through the tears you see it, a colossal silhouette rising above you. The roaring tempest is unable to shake the mighty figure. Who or what are you? In the name of the Emperor, be gone. This guy is definitely bad. Bad dude. Trying to get a better look at the figure. He looks crazy. Euralon the Cruel. You squint and wipe away the tears, and for the moment your vision clears. Before you stands a mighty giant clad in dark power armor, lavishly adorned with bas-reliefs of snarling, demonic silhouettes and punctured with prayer scrolls. Let's see. Two braziers are mounted behind his shoulders, burning with unnatural blue flames and emitting thick black smoke that curls and twists upward like a funnel. Behind the giant, you catch a brief glimpse of a crumpled figure bound in chains. Behind the giant. Is that me? That's me bound in chains, yeah? The warrior's inhuman eyes bore into you. I am the master of those who have been felled by your hand in the halls of the primordial truth. I am Euralon the Cruel. The souls of my followers returned to the fount of power they served, crying out for me to cast my gaze towards this sacrilege. And what do I see? Yet another lackey of the corpse emperor. The giant's voice causes the storm raging around you to die down somewhat, as if the very sound of his voice is enough to make the whirlwind subside. You glance at the huge warrior and notice on his chest a winding azure symbol. The shades of blue seem to glimmer and mingle together. You know what's annoying? All these dark people have these like things spawning out of mist. Powerful dudes just coming out of nowhere. And we haven't seen the Emperor show up once, or some dope minion of the Emperor needs to spawn and be like, yo, let's get this 1v1 or something, man. Where are we? Where have you taken me? I am the sovereign of Kaivagema. This is my world, not a dominion of chaos. What do you want with me? I want to look upon the one who has disrupted my flock's duties and my master's plans. That warrior from my legion, the fabricator censor. You think of their deaths as a triumph. However, it is but a minor hindrance in our path. There are other worlds that serve our goals. There are other sources of steel and adamantine. Revel in your victory. It will change nothing. Nevertheless, the blood in your veins whispers to the spirits that you warrant a closer look. Yes, you are a descendant of the rogue trader whose warrant Kunrad Whitever sought to obtain by defiling the relic and binding it to himself with the tethers of the Imperium. He was meant to become my servant, a rogue trader who would do the work of the truth, but then you interfered. Could it be that you wish to gain the true God's favor instead? Do you wish to present the corpse's relic to me and serve the truth? Hear your very blood calling, begging you to submit to me. What would be the point of futile defiance? Well, I'm not gonna raise my feet. Raise to my feet. Requires iconoclast follower. You waste your time trying to tempt me. It is not blood that defines a person's deeds, only their will does, and my will is thus begone from my mind. I am Rogue Trader Sir Deepis, Sovereign of Kyva Gamma. The warrant belongs to me alone. Never, Chaos Spawn. The only way you are going to acquire my warrant is by digging it out of the wreckage of my ship. Heretical, I am willing to give the warrant to you in exchange for the blessing of your masters. Yeah, let's do iconoclast follower. You know, I might get Argento on my side. His expression twists in pain as he stares at you in rage and bafflement. Pitiful insect, you dare? A gust of wind sweeps Urilan's figure away without a trace. The mist around you begins to dissipate, revealing the dark halls of the manufactorum and leaving behind an oppressive sense of powerlessness. Alvalad looks you over worriedly, then sighs in cantankerous. Cantankerous. Alright, what is that? Oh, I don't have my dictionary open. Say what? What's this say? Cantankerous. Arguing and complaining a lot.
Cantankerous.
Then sighs in cantankerous relief. That was a close call for the sake of holy terror. If I had lost a second rogue trader in such a paltry span of time, my only option would have been to shoot myself out of unending shame. Some samurai stuff. I sensed the presence of another psycho. Someone made contact with you mentally, then tried to harm you with sorcery. I did what I could. You at least appear unharmed. Can you remember what you saw? It was a Chaos Space Marine. He said something about Theodora, about how the blood in my veins would lead me to serve Chaos. It doesn't matter. The sooner I forget about it, the better. It was a Chaos Space Marine. One of the traitors to the Imperium. I don't think it was he who touched your mind. I would have had the strength to go up against a psycho from the ranks of those monsters. He might have forced some mortal to do his bidding. Perhaps it was through the same hapless medium that he sensed the deaths of his henchmen. Heinrich looks away and frowns. Such indescribable power to have reached out to your mind at such a distance. He said something about Theodora. Sister Argenta, who has been watching all of this intently, grows pale and makes the sign of the Aquila to ward off evil. Heinrich stares at you, whether in surprise or anger, you do not know. Then he gives you a curt nod. I see. We can theorize later, although I will say, Sir Deepis, that his words do not leave much room for interpretation. The manufacturum around you looks the same as before the vision. Maybe the shadows have grown a little deeper and darker. You dust yourself off and continue on your journey through the darkness. Heinrich's looking at me like he can't trust me. I can't trust him. We got some ancient machinery, ancient energy core. The world's industrial heart has fallen to corruption, but numerous faint vox signals from the periphery indicate that the planet's small manufacturing clusters survived without succumbing to the heretics. The sacred machines and hallowed lathes from these abodes have reverently transported to the safety of the ship's holds. The fate of Kyva Gamma hangs in balance. Place.
Lathe.
A machine for changing the shape of a piece of metal, wood, etc. that works by turning the material while a sharp tool is pressed against it. Purify and restore Kaivagama no matter the cost. Restore the manufacturum in the shortest possible time without subjecting the wounded planet to a merciless purge. I think we purify Kaivagama no matter the cost. The servants of the Adeptus Ministorum heeded the call and began to assemble a holy crusade to purify Kaivagama. It will take much time and effort to root out every tendril of corruption lurking in the dark corners of the Manufactorum. Items received: mobile extractium, mechanisms, weapons, dogmatic. Let's give it a little project. Blessed are the weaponsmiths. What is that though? Oh, I can't highlight it. Oh, come on. Some boots. Alright, restoration. The manufacturers of Kaivagama have been damaged and tainted by the procedures. Of the heretic Delphim, a renowned tech architect, the fugitive aristocrat Barbas Kilius is offering to enter the rogue trader's service as a planetary steward and restore the world to its former production capacity. I like the sound of that. Great trials are ahead, and we must steel ourselves to face them. The rogue trader will sign a mutual aid agreement with the quaestors of the Departamental Minatorum. These outstanding Theoreticians? Cannot say that for the life of me. Theoreticians? Come on. Let me hear this now.
Theoretician.
Alright. Theorist. Alright. So we know what theorist is. Theoreticians of warfare will supervise the repurposing of the planet's manufactorums for the production of weapons and military equipment. In the drawers of the lathe machines and the wombs of alloy vats, Solus Plasteel will take on its highest and most perfect form, that of a weapon, the Dark Machisa. Shit. I don't know which one to do. Calculating holiness. For generations, the Adeptus Mechanicus have been custodians of the machinery and cogitators of Kaivagama. Recognizing the value of this tragedy-stricken world, they are willing to deploy a forged cathedral on it as a token of sympathy. Therein, the blessed fabricator Sensor Fortin will envision and lay out a new and more perfect design for the planet. Oh, I can highlight it here. Hand of Xenocide. So I couldn't. No, what the fuck? I don't want that. Never overheat. I think I'm gonna do this. Can I do another one? Sheesh, no. So So if I click this, can I go back on there if I wanted to? I could. Probably... There's probably dudes up in there now. I think I should just take a look. So we should be all healed up. It was not easy. I want to trade too.
Victory awaits.
I want to see workers here, yo. Where the people at? Yeah? For real? There's no one here? Interesting. Nah, they need to remove all this curse stuff. Oh my god! I thought they cleaned up this place. Well, I ain't gonna set foot back on Kaiva Gemma for a while. Let's go back to the ship. We're gonna have people talking to us for days. Back to bridge. Okay, so Heinrich should be happy now. Should kick him out my party. Where is he?
To what do I owe this visit?
Okay, so we'll leave that. Alright, you know what? I don't want to see anyone right now. Let's travel. I should get more points for that. Chart new routes. Which one of these star systems is responsible for the corruption on Kaiva Gamma? So I could go back here for free. Screen. I know the rules, I know the rules. We got something here. Give planetary data to Opticon. And I could make a real... It will cost me a lot. It will cost me 6. 1 to chart and 1 to I kinda wanna do it though. Kinda want to do it. I can get from... I mean, if I do this, I can get from here safely. There should be no dialogue yet. And then I could make this safe. Bing. Alright, and then I can get over here. Oh god, people can't. The Lord Captain retires to his study to ponder what the future holds. A while later, his thoughts are interrupted by a timid knock on the door. It's Cassie. 100% is Cassie. Everyone else barges in. But it has to be Cassie, you know? That handkerchief. Don't be dropping that on the floor now. Use this. Who the fuck is this? Uwe, the young servant. I think that's Cassie's servant, right? The young servant in fine livery quickly bows to you and places a peculiar object on your desk, a transparent dome with a living flower inside. The servant gestures at the flower, and the Voxcaster built into his respiratory system lets out a crackle of static. I was instructed to deliver this gift to the Lord Captain only. Examine the dome with the plant inside. Succeeded. Before you is a fragile branch of Lavandulum quadis, a most rare specimen native to the world of quadis in the Calexis sector, covered in tiny blooms the color of a purple sky. The plant has been carefully sealed inside a dome along with mineral fertilizer modified by the Magos biologists, which will sustain it for many years. Oh my god, Imperial. And what the sender of such an unusual gift meant to achieve with it remains unclear. High Factotum January Stanrock should be able to assist you with his expertise in articles of such rarity. In the meantime, the Voxmaster could look into the sender's intentions by listening in on a personal communication channels of the ship's officers. I don't know who actually sent it. It's a bit tough to know for sure. But I think Uwe is Cassie's servant. I think. Okay. Where is she at? Yep. eBay. The servant's duct vocal cords were recently replaced with a silver-plated Vox implant.
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations.
Why don't we talk about gifts if you're not opposed, of course?
Gifts? What do you mean?
Let us say that a close friend of mine, whose name I shall not reveal, recently received an immortal Liam as a gift. How should he respond, in your opinion? Let's say this.
You can hardly ask me to speak to the feelings and intentions of another person. But since you asked, I think your friend should recognize the full gravity of the ritual. An immortalium is a gift of many meanings. It cannot be taken to signify only one thing. Is your friend willing to accept all its facets? Or only one? Or perhaps, is he unwilling to accept it at all?
Cassie strives to remain disinterested, but her eyebrows arch in curiosity. Might my friend consider the immortalum a kind of declaration? What if my friend is willing to accept all its diverse facets? You said that my friend could choose to accept only one aspect of the gift? And if my friend does not wish to accept the gift at all? What if my friend is willing to accept all its diverse assets? This is just a question, right? So I might be able to say them both. Let's say this.
Then, according to the rules of the ritual, he must offer a gift of equal spiritual or material value in return.
Oh my god.
And if you... your friend is interested, Tradition dictates that this gift be made through a third party. That way, the giver and the receiver of the gift maintain a balance in their relations.
And what gift would you choose if you were my friend, of course?
I would choose something that would touch the receiver's heart. Something that he or she often talks about, or dreams of.
This is gonna be some fucking paints or something. So I can't end it there? They're making me have to say all of this? You said that? Okay, let's say this for...
One of the facets of an immortalium is an offer of friendship. If your friend intends to accept only this part, then he must, by tradition, make this known in a private conversation with the giver.
Might my friend consider the immortalium a kind of declaration?
What? No, of course not. An immortalium symbolizes a beginning, a starting point from which a relationship between two people can grow, moving beyond polite indifference. For now, it is merely a seed that your friend will have to cultivate. And whether it will grow into poison ivy or a beautiful flower, only time will tell.
So that's the one we want to do. That's the one we want to do. If my friend does not wish to accept the gift at all, I don't even want to say that.
Then tradition dictates that he keep the gift as a sign of respect for the giver's act of initiating the ritual. Apart from that, your friend should make no response. Sometimes silence speaks more eloquently than any rejection.
Okay, so we don't need to get her another gift. We just need to be super nice, I think. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with me. My friend has much to consider. Cassia nods curtly, but you do not fail to notice a hint of a smile playing about her lips. You do realize that I know who sent me the immature... immature... Immortalium. I can't say this word. Immortalium. There we go. You do realize that I know who sent me the Immortalium. Let's say this. I don't think we could be that forward, right?
If you wish, Lord Captain.
In dialogue.
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations.
This is where I must beg my leave.
I have enjoyed you.
Yeah, I think we got to play the long game just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. Okay, I don't want to get into new stuff just yet. Let me visit Footfall. I think we got some business here. Did you receive the food? That's what I want to say. Footfall. Right? Let's go here. So I need to give her her new weapon. So, Heinrichs, get the fuck back. We got a lot going on Footfall as well. Veil degradation skills. Gotta do a lot for this girl, but first, let me 18 to 21. What is this? Druk Harry. I need to make her be able to use those. So let's see if I can get that. Ballistic skill. Let's get the ballistic skill going. Druk Harry equipment. Deception 2. Share the spoils, pounce. We got him. At the start of the bounty hunter session, they gain 2 movement points for each other who is adjacent to prey. Okay, I think I'm gonna just like how that feels. I want to try this, the trap. Okay, what? I should have read what I got. Did I jump the gun? Huh? There we go. Man. Alright, cool. Cool. Won't be able to. Eventually I'll get her to use that weapon. Okay. Tech use and don't really know. Let me get this Death Whisper. Can't see what we got. Oh my god, yes, I want this. Cover an area doesn't suffer any damage, so that cover is just gonna stay alive. What's this? No. I'm gonna do this. What we got? This is gonna be kind of cool, but why do I have this start? What is unyielding beacon again? think I want this. Let me get this guy's athletics up. This guy's because I keep doing athletics with him. And I kind of want him to have this as well, you know. You know what, let's fuck. Do I want both of them to have this? I think I do. Let's do this. Warhammer, Chaplain. We got so much stuff here, but what is the complete contract? There's so much going on. How do I get to my quests? So we're gonna give planetary data to Opticon 22. Okay, that's what we want to do. Opticon 22. I think he was at the start.
None shall stand in my way.
He's gonna read the data slates or something. Opticon. Okay. I don't want any problems here. Where is he? Over here. Access has been granted to the following option. Information exchange. Wait. Actually, let's trade first. Okay, what do you want? Holy gifts. I got you. Sorting from cost. Holy gifts, I got you, bro. Look at me. Looking you up. Heretic trophies too. Look at me trade. Okay, what you got for me? What is this? Oh, I can. What? Can I trade in like singles or something? What am I doing? Okay, forget it. So what's this? Don't think. Is that a better boater? Let me just take it. Medicaid. Yeah, all of that. What is this? This manual grants the owner +6 to Medicaid. It also grants toughness bonus, movement points after using. Oh, holy shit! Okay. What do we got here? So, Abelard. Yes, you deserve that. Where's the Medicaid at? to double stack. Q. So, Opticon. Show the data slate. I have collected planetary data that may interest you. With a respectful nod, the tech priest takes the data slate. The collected data is of interest, significant, compliant with the criteria for cooperation. The Cognizance Fleet thanks you for your contribution and guarantees the provision of a reciprocal service indulgence in the form of parts and equipment. Reporting, the Kappa thread supply line is ready to continue cooperation with the Von Valencius dynasty in the sphere of planetary reconnaissance. I must take my leave. The unseen knows all comprehensible. Okay. This. Still don't know.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Deal with this. Nothing has really popped up that I recognize yet. Maybe that guy that was talking about, oh, there's different things around Footfall, secret things. There's a chance that if I keep following that, I'll get my answers. So, Atrium, the underworld. What is this marker? It means there's something for me to do here. I like the music at Footfall. What is this? Is this the place with the... No. Oh, I bet we have to show her the captured people. She's gonna be pissed. Oh god, here we go. Oh boy.
Speak, Elantak.
Oh shit, she can zap him. Woo! She's gonna.
A new challenge for me?
She's gonna want to fight for these guys. Can I not talk to him? No. Talk to the guard. Can't talk to that guy. Okay. To the Legis Palace. He owes us money, man. He owes us bread. Alright, bro. Your lordship, the first ships from Janus have already arrived. The station is no longer facing famine or the predatory interest of the Chorda dynasty. Chorda is going to try and attack us. I must admit, right up until the last moment, I did not believe that she would come to our aid without an ulterior motive. Your ascension makes me wonder if life in the Cronus Expanse is changing in the most unexpected way. I did what you could not. I found and neutralized the Enver's agitator-in-chief. A man who introduced himself as a servant of House Chorda asks to have a word with me, and then, imagine the odds, someone blew his brains out. Let's say this. Ladium doesn't look surprised. The Anvers again, I presume. Those anarchical degenerates don't care whom they shoot, be it my servants, yours, or those in the employ of House Chorda. I suspect that this agent wished to negotiate a deal that would have you refrain from hindering Incendia Chorda's efforts to strangle us with the threat of hunger and demand our obedience. If so, I don't believe I will be mourning the man's passing very long. There was only one person who stood to gain from this murder: you. There is a certain charm to the bloody mayhem that reigns on Footfall. I am beginning to resent how frequently the people I converse with on the station wind up dead. Let's say this. I don't know if it was really him though, like the other people came straight after. But let's say it. If you are suggesting that those outlaws were acting on my orders, then I vociferously deny anything of the sort. It's a language barrier. Okay, let's search this. Vociferously.
Vociferous.
Okay, vociferous people express their opinions and complaints loudly and repeatedly in speech, and vociferous demands, etc., are made repeatedly and loudly. However, if you are merely alluding to the possibility that someone who cares about Footfall's fate could have started a rumor on the lower levels that House Chorda's agents were looking to assert their authority on Footfall, well, then your suspicions are entirely logical, as was the man's inevitable death at the hands of the Anvers. I did what you could not. Okay, let's do that. That is a truly outstanding accomplishment, your lordship. Footfall can now rest easy, at least until the next mad hoodlum makes himself known. Okay, where does one go to make a few deals here on the station? Here, I am the main dealer on the station, and it would be disrespectful of me to suggest that you take your business to Footfall traders of lesser importance. Still, you might take an interest in a few people of note. For example, Reverend Aronimus Doloroso, the servant of the ecclesiarchy, is rumored to purchase sacred relics from captains, and other traders don't seem keen on becoming his competitors. If you're looking for goods that can entertain you, find Octaviana at the establishment called Adeptus Amacicus. The chemical bliss that she offers is refined and possesses a satisfactory degree of purity. Just don't ask her to pour you her signature drink. It's meant for common Footfall rabble, not discerning clientele. Let's get down to business. I'm interested in your wares. I am at your service. You can expect the most generous discounts. You better. That should already be like level 7. I saved this whole planet. Definitely. Let me get that. Let me get all of this, man. Alright, what do you want? Heretic trophies. I'll give you that. Jewelry 300, not bad. Yeah, that's all you're getting for now. Damn, he needs a lot. Alright, cool. I think I'll chill. I will chill. Alright, let me leave. Alright. So we got people to go to, see what they trade, all of that good stuff. Let's see if someone attacks us on the way out. Atrium. Available quest. Underworld. So I gotta do some digging around here, see what I'm missing.